Hi, I'm Carolyn from O2Bstamping.com. I'm glad that you've joined me today. I want to show you how I made this little box that I just think is so cute with the star design at the top. I've made it for Christmas, but you could make it for just any occasion. It's just so cute. So let's get started and I'll show you how I made this. So first, I took my score tool. Now you could use the score tool on your paper cutter as well, but I just find this is so easy, especially when I'm making a lot of them, because I can sort of preset where I'm putting my markers and then I know exactly where I want to score. So with this one, this paper is 10.5 by 5.25. When you put the long edge at the top, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Get myself over here so maybe I don't skip the track. If you have trouble skipping the track, you can use wax paper on your paper and it'll just make it go nice and smooth. So sorry about that little bump in the road, but at least that way you'll know what to do if that happens to you. So it's 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches, 4.5 inches, 6.5 inches, 8.5 inches. And then you're going to turn it so that the short side is at the top, and you're going to score it at 1.25, 3.25, and 4.25. Okay, I'm going to put my scoreboard aside. And I'm going to use my bone folder and just fold and crease on all of the marks that I just made. I'm actually, in case you can see this on the video, which you probably can't, but I'm actually using some cherry cobbler coordinations paper that we sold some time ago. It's got a tiny bit of texture to it. I had some left over, so I thought, you know, might as well use that, but obviously you can just use your regular cherry cobbler cardstock. Okay, so the top of the box is where your two smaller rectangles are together, and you're going to want to use your paper snips and cut off at the bottom this small piece right here. The small rectangle in the corner. Now, depending on how you laid out your paper on your score tool, your small rectangle may be over in this corner. So if it is, don't worry about it. That's nothing to be concerned about. And then you're just going to cut each one of these lines up to the first horizontal line. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board. I'm going to fold this over. We're at the first score line, opposite this little, where your little rectangle's cut out. Then I'm going to place it into my envelope punch board. I'm going to line this edge up with the 1. And this score mark should be right in the middle of this little slot here. Okay, and then I'm going to punch. Now with this, you're probably going to want to stand up to get a good punch. And it's gonna, mine is gonna make some noise because I'm on a table that's not completely sturdy. Each time you're lining it up with that 1 inch mark. Okay. Okay, and then the last one, you're actually going to bring your ends together and fold it over. Okay, so it looks like this. Now this one is going to get really hard because you're going through 3 layers of cardstock. Again, you're going to line it up with the 1-inch mark, and you're going to try to do it this way. Actually, if you can't, oh, one other little tip is if you take the pieces that are underneath there, that makes it a little bit easier. If you can't get it through, you can actually put it on the floor and step on that. I've actually resorted to doing that before. Okay, and so there that's what it's going to look like. So when you put this together as the box, you can see that comes together very nicely. Okay, so we're done with that. Then you're going to decorate the side of the box. I have cut 4 pieces of Designer Series paper that measure 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then for the front of the box, I'm actually going to stamp greeting, wishing you sweet season. And that comes from the Candy Cane Christmas stamp set. And I've got a piece of Very Vanilla. This is a very close fit on this stamp, but I just thought it was the perfect sentiment, so I decided to try to use it. I know that some of this will not actually be right on the vanilla, but it'll be close. Oh, actually that worked. Maybe I cut this the wrong size. Oh, that's the reason why it's not cut exactly right. I'll be right back. Okay, a little trim job, and it looks pretty good now. So now all I want to do is to go back and glue all of my Designer Series paper down. You can use any adhesive that you like on this. I just prefer the Tombow Mono Adhesive, multi-liquid glue. Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue. Get that right eventually. All right, and then last, that was a little crooked. The only thing about the Tombow is it is not forgiving when you've put something down in the wrong place. And I'm just going to leave it like that rather than tear it. It's not that far off. And then last but not least, I am going to add my sentiment. And you could also put this up on dimensionals if you wanted a little bit of dimension to make it pop out. Okay. Okay, now we're going to glue our box together. You can use the multi-purpose glue or the either tear and tape. Those are probably the 2 I would recommend, or maybe even fast fuse. My glue's decided to quit working on me. Any of those will probably do, but I don't recommend using snail. I just don't think it's going to be strong enough to give you, to make sure that the there we go, that the box stays together. I'm not sure what's going on with this glue. There must be a clog in it. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got it glued now. All right, and then you just want to put this together. I like to just lay mine down and bring this piece towards the glued area. With this, it's a, oh, that's right, you can't do it with this because if it's a 5-sided box, you have to kind of pick it up off the table and do it. Okay. And then if you're using the Tombow glue, just hold it for a few minutes. Just make sure it's got a good seal. And then comes the somewhat tricky part. What we're going to do is we're going to make a star out of the top. So the first thing we're going to try to do is to bring these 2 edges together and pinch. Oops, sorry. Okay, then these 2 edges and pinch. And you're just going to go around the entire box doing that. Sort of, another way to do it is just put your finger in here as well and bring it together. And you're just trying to pinch that inside piece, this piece right here. Put that together. Okay, and pinch. All right, so now you have the star shape, and you're going to next do the bottom. Now this is what I find is quite tricky, because as you're doing this bottom, you're trying to keep this octagon shape, and the box wants to shift around a lot. So don't get discouraged if you have a little bit of a time with this, because you probably will, but it'll be worth the effort. So first I'm going to start, that's going to be my last one. I'm going to start here. I'm going to put some glue, excuse me, on this edge. Oh, my glue is just giving me a fit today. I'm going to go get a new bottle. I'm thinking that bottle of glue must have been running out, because normally there's no problem with that glue, but okay, this one's nice and new and coming out great. Okay, and so then I'm just going to push this down. Now, I do recommend using the multi-purpose glue with this, because it's a little, you know, gives you a little bit of time to manipulate the box. Okay, so again, we're going this one down here. Boy, that glue's really coming out fast. That'd be good. Then that one can go down there, and at the same time just be watching that your box is still in the shape that you want it to be. Some more glue in this corner. That one down. Glue here in this corner. Actually, you can put glue on both of these. I'll put a little bit up on the top of this as well and bring it down. Okay, so now's the time, if you need to adjust it, you know, at all, now is the time. Now you're going to notice that there is a little hole in the center there. That's perfectly normal. Just hold this for a bit until it gets set. Ooh! Until it gets set. And then I'm going to just turn it over and press down on it with my bone folder. Okay. Oh, I misshaped it a little bit. So, ooh, squeeze it a little bit better. Okay, I think that's pretty good. It's a little bit off on this one side. Oh my goodness. I hate it when things like this happen while I'm trying to tape, but I guess it happens to all of us, so maybe it's a good thing it's happening while I'm on tape. But I still hate it when it happens, and I'm trying to fix it, and okay. I think that's going to be better. All right, and then you're going to take your, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you about this. This is a 2.5 inch circle that I did with the cut out with the circle punch, and I'm just going to put it on the bottom, just kind of finish it off, give it some support, and cover the little hole. Okay. Okay, star's still intact, but the octagon shape of my box is a little bit crooked, but that's okay. All right, so once you have that done, you are going to take a piece of rope twine. Mine measures about 18 inches. You're going to find the front of your box. Crash. And you're just going to tie this in a bow. You're going to pull on it a little bit, tighten it up, tighten the star up. Not too much, but just tighten that up, get it centered, and then I'm just going to take this piece and trim it off. Okay, all right, and there you have it. Hope you enjoyed that. It is a fun box. I think with a little bit of practice, actually, I could maybe even get a little better with my octagon shape, but for now, like I said, don't worry if yours is a little bit off, because mine is as well, but it still looks cute. Wouldn't you agree? I think so. I do recommend that if you're putting candy in the center of it, put it in a food safe bag, like one of our cello bags, before putting it in there, because otherwise, obviously, it's just going to fall out. It needs something to keep it in there. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. If you'd like to visit me on my blog, the address there is www.o2bstampin.com. Have a wonderful day.